Okay, we're going to go to your phone calls. Wilson, Melody, Frank, Jim, Michael, and others. And I'm going to go over a ton of news we haven't even gotten to yet. I have a report here with airline security. The Fed's completely taking it over with the TSA, unconstitutionally using it as a microcosm, a cancer cell to spread out on the rest of society their unconstitutional federal takeover. The Feds themselves taken over by international interests, completely unconstitutional. Explosives reached Ireland after failed test. A quantity of explosive found in a flat on Dorset Street in Dublin this morning was brought into the country following a failed security operation in Slovakia. They planted bombs on somebody in their bags as a test, and it went through. That's how the government stages terror attacks. They pick some Muslim or somebody they don't like, normally with a criminal record, so they look bad, and they just put bombs on the airplane with them and blow the airplane up or bust them with it, and the person says, I have no idea. This is how they do it over and over. That's how a false flag is run. That's one of their favorite ways to do it. And they could do it to me. They could plant an explosive on checked bags. That's why I never check bags. And I fight with the airports and pay extra to carry two on, and they try to grab them and take them away, and almost every time I've been forced to check them, they get lost and show up 3 or 4 days later after I've already left some city, and then they've got to get mailed back to Austin. And then, I mean, it just goes on and on and on with these people. And you know, Ron Paul reminded me something that's huge that I had totally forgotten about. The House passed a law last year that they couldn't do these body scans. And they still just do it because the Senate didn't pass it. The House doesn't want it. The people don't want it. I've looked at the way they ask these polls where 50, 60%, depending on the poll, want the body scanners. Then it says, do you want to increase high-tech security scanners for weapons that would ease how fast you go through the airport? Oh, yes. But if they say, do you want the government to record your naked body and that of your children and store it in a database? No. 75, 80, 90%, depending on the poll. They have polls where they ask it in the Guardian scientific poll, where they ask it where most people would be for it, and 76% were against it. I've asked Watson to do a blurb on that so people can see it at prisonplanet.com. House passes bill limiting the use of whole body scanners, but they don't care. Later towards the end of the show, I haven't launched the official contest yet. I haven't launched the exact details. I know I'm going to do $5,000 for the best media stunt, legal, lawful stunt to expose the body scanners in your town, in your city. $10,000 for the best protest video of a protest at a federal building or on the edge of the property, not on the property of an airport. And my wife had the idea. My wife hates PETA. She wanted me to add that point. She worked for him for a little while, and she knows they're rather go. This was like 14 years ago. She did some of the rather go naked than fur protests that were on the cover of USA Today, you name it. And she said that would really be effective to show how they're stripping you, to show the public that this is a naked body scanner. And, you know, I said preliminarily, I said yesterday, I still wasn't sure about the contest, that would probably be a great idea. If people want to do that, that's their issue as long as they check their local laws. Most places it's okay. But you don't have to do that to be the winner. I'm going to judge it whatever the best protest is. And again, I got to develop this over the weekend, write up the rules, and launch it on Monday. So the best stunt, the best protest, and that could be however you organize it, however you do it. And again, it will be the video, because we can't really judge a protest itself. It's whoever goes to a protest, organizes a protest, and then makes the best video. Whoever makes the best video of the protest. You're not winning the prize for the protest itself. That's your First Amendment right, and if you choose to go out and do it, you do. All of us win by the hundreds of videos that will get made, that will get posted, that then tens of millions of people conservatively in a year, sometimes in a week, depending on how big these are, will see. $5,000 for the best stunt that you videotape that's legal and lawful. Check your local laws. $10,000 for the best video, the best protest that you are part of. And $5,000 for the best poster against body scanning and Big Brother that you then post legally and lawfully in public places. So I've got to write those up this weekend. Next week, I'll announce the dates and how people do it. I guess people seem to think alike. It was pointed out to me by Rob Dew. I haven't seen the video yet, that it was in some British newspapers that last weekend, before we even thought of this, simultaneously or separately, that some folks did the topless protest and it made the news against the body scanners. We can beat this. Congress already, the House already passed a law against it, but the Senate didn't. We need to have it brought back up, passed again in the new Congress. I asked Ron Paul again to reintroduce it. Hopefully he'll do that, and we can get the Senate to go along with this. I mean, this is a big deal, folks, an active submission to government. So we're going to your phone calls throughout this hour, into the next hour, and into the hour following that. We've got 2 hours and 40 minutes, 30 seconds left in this worldwide broadcast. But again, anybody that enters these contests, anybody that takes action, you win because you're strengthening the liberty muscles. You're getting involved. It's like jogging. At first, you can't jog a mile. Pretty soon, you can jog 5 miles. Pretty soon, you can run a marathon. It's the act of going out and resisting and saying, I don't agree with this. This is Big Brother. This is wrong. Also, in the last 30 minutes of the show, I'm going to break down another facet of the eugenicist and Bernard Shaw and others. We're going to have Aaron Dykes in studio with us. But I'm about to go to your calls. I first want to put the call out to listeners to financially support us. I can't do $20,000 contests, which have all been incredibly successful, even the smaller contest, at reaching millions of people, unless we get funds and support. And that's what I do. I'm expanding our studios, expanding our office, hiring more people, upgrading the websites, adding more for PrisonPlanet.tv members, just continually trying to expand what we do. And I don't think there's any place in the fight against the New World Order, any facet of what anybody does out there against the globalist, that pound for pound, dollar for dollar, political action for political action is more effective than what we do with this multimedia radio/TV shows, my films, the news websites, and how we teach people and show people how to be effective and politically active and shatter the left-right paradigm. So how do you support us? And how do you get great, powerful films that will wake up your friends, families, and your neighbors? There's nothing more valuable than waking people up. You get Fall of the Republic. You get Camp FEMA. You get Endgame, Terror Storm. All the best books, all the best videos, all the best documentaries that are out there that I've made or I've produced or that I've seen and I admire, we purchase them in bulk and sell them to you at a discounted price. And again, we are running out of some of the sizes of the Obama Joker shirts. When they're gone, they're gone. But we've added other T-shirts you can get for free if your size is sold out, or if you choose another shirt at Infowars.com when you get Fall of the Republic or Endgame. You can get free copies of Aaron Russo, the 90-minute film I made that has a bunch of extras as well, breaking down the cashless society control grid, what Nick Rockefeller told him, how the elites will have their chip, where they go through security, everything, they're left alone, where the public's harassed. Such an important documentary. You can get it free and a bunch of the specials we've got at Infowars.com, or ask about some of the free deals when you call 888-253-3139. 888-253-3139. You can also, until next Friday, then we're getting rid of the special, next Friday, PrisonPlanet.tv. We do it every December and January for part of January, part of December into January. 5.5 months free at PrisonPlanet.tv. Watch the live video simulcast of the radio show. Download the archives in higher quality in audio and video. All my films in high quality. Burn them to DivX. Give them to people. PrisonPlanet.tv. Okay, let's go ahead and go to your phone calls. Now, again, we have wide open phones, but I'm asking listeners to give me your take on the secret conference committee in the House and Senate not letting the public see it, Obama promising to do it, under pressure saying, okay, of all these days and days of meetings, you'll get to see 1 hour of staged prepared statements and none of the secret activity going on in the criminal government. What do you think about the body scanners, about homeschoolers being arrested? And I want to stand up for this family. They're talking about taking, and we're going to your calls. I want to give these numbers out first. They are talking about taking this family's children.